want to, I know.
But you know that before you learn any language,
you get it, the way they insult in their dialect. I don't want to mention some here. Okay. Yeah, so because of that, so when a person do that, I ask, what's the meaning? And I'll be like, hey, so sometimes even in church or if the mate is a gun and then one of the passengers is trying to fool or do something, they just open their mouth and say, then I'll be like, oh wow, I've heard this word before.
Okay.
And it means that, yes. So due to that, when it comes to the insult,
Debbie is not an innocent person.
It's not a word.
Innocent.
Why, no. Why would you say I'm not an innocent person? Look at me very well. I'm innocent. Very innocent from head to toe. Trust me.
Don't mind the facial expression.
Why do I look like an innocent person?
Yes.
The words in his mouth.
Do I look like an innocent person?
That means you are not.
I am. Oh no, I didn't frame it well. Oh, people are confusing me.
Alright, what's in there? What do you have for us today?
Yeah, shall I say? MCR, no, I ready.
MCR, are you ready?
Okay, so today's story, DJ Chawana Mr. Tefuso, because among singing nano, when I open them, I know be No. Like when invested so much in music, obviously a DJ Chan. So no, a new So today we are looking at legendary hip life artist Okomfuor Kwadee. So just recently, Maka say Endrani and his videos has really been circulating on social media. And DJ will please kindly mute the sound and show the video on for us. So he has been battling. People say he has been battling with a serious illness, financial sikasem ne dekika ka ho, and also with the background that we're now or your video you could see say it's a background of ghetto people. I even saw one person with
cigar.
And DJ Cham, now we are looking at the current situation of Okomfuor Kwadee, and also some celebrities have also come out to say people should come together and help him before it's too late.
All right, I'm at thanks for this opportunity. But once again, with Okomfuor Kwadee issues, started not short terms. It started a long time ago. The dada. Yes. Way back, if you my life and said that. So that was when I started to say, any music or apart from if you come map, it was somehow entertaining, fun, and other stuff. You bit say if you my life and said that it was a life story, like from the family, because at the end of the day, person change pass asamtoa. There's no way, even though you're in the family, but then forget you have a family whereby someone is coming to support you in any way. And then again, with the current situation of Okomfuor Kwadee, is very, very bad. So yesterday, I think even today, the video will get to another voice or a man in normal PA system or rap whatsoever that the guy was doing a cameraman trying to cheat. You can see the spinal cord. I mean, very, very sad.
The bones.
So what I say. So I was even thinking, Charlie, is this guy having a family? Some of the Ghanaian musicians, have you seen this kind of? Have you seen Okomfuor Kwadee in this kind of situation? I think there's one guy. I don't know whether it's is it Opanka? Opanka also be some real if I say anybody who have contact with Okomfuor Kwadee should kindly send a number to him too. He really want to help. I don't really remember that particular person by then, but I don't mean baby. And then again, is the guy having a family currently? Because at the end of the day, Okomfuor Kwadee wabe hiti waji awards near that day way back National Theatre. The guy was performing very well. So how come? I remember I said by now, if any people na because how things are going to me, Cham, if you ask me, it's not a normal thing.
Shouldn't necessarily be tagged with spirituality.
Oh yes,
because I feel say with him, no, me can say either the first person or the second person. But when it comes to musicians like this, no, I say some people would even say it's a music nisika name. If you are not doing another side hustle to support your music, a combedo.
Yeah,
that is it. But I want to say, answer now, be able to make a baby say, normally, even sometimes it's not about the spiritual aspect, but then either he invested in some business and an uncle here with a huge amount of money and a beer, because at the end of the day, me say, Cham, excuse me to say, if I even stake a bet for 200 Ghana cedis and I lose, it's not that easy.
That's a heartbreak.
Especially when only one thing cut off the slip. It's very, very painful. Just think about it.
Hey.
Canada, yeah, bro.
I said it's not bet, it's an investment.
You see, so it could be say why investing this kind of example to say the Dasebre Jamna. The same issue happened to Dasebre Jamna, whereby I will be the cocaine. I could share in the bag when traveling. I born a search airport. So what I say. So what's it? Dasebre Jamna buy or something born you because say what try so me say those kind of stuff. It was a similar thing that Dasebre Jamna to coma or be the tone also. But then again, that's better than we see him to be a cocaine or what drug dealer in the years was very sad. So similar thing happened to Okomfuor Kwadee. The guy in home, and I speak on Yanko. So in this case, I think I'm even surprised by now, still because there's no longer because we the or I say Ghanaian artists in Nimbe Bia or Okomfuor Kwadee as if no way. So I'm even surprised that still the guy is in this kind of state. By then, say by the end of this year, maybe I know being Sabatonus. Me cham them will be and come and halano dada. So what I say,
Alright, thank you very much, DJ Cham. Sister Isenam.
Okay, so for Okomfuor Kwadee's story, I don't really know him. I've been hearing his song. I only got to know him when he found himself in such a very dreadful state. And I'll say that people should take mental health very seriously. It feels as if you are not taking mental health serious. Bibi here was did you mention that Bibi are very fine. But sometimes you need somebody to give you a listening ear. So I'm just praying and we are just hopeful that wherever his family members are should come to his aid, even if it's the music industry at all. They should contribute something to him, listen to him, speak to him, attend to him mentally, and I think with that we can make a way forward.
Okay. Alright. Sister
Okay, so when it comes to hip life and stuff, I mean the songs I can should I say I know some of the songs, but then the individual I don't really know them that much. But then I know some hip life, musician. But then when it comes to this particular one, it was after I saw his video and picture and I realized that it's like one way or the other I've come across some of his videos before, and then comparing, I was actually watching one of his video. If you see his teacher in that video comparing to the video you sent to us, it's very, very bad, trust me. Very, very bad.
Very sad.
And the way he was singing, I could see that the passion for singing is still there.
It's still there.
The interest in what he's doing is still there. But his physical, status tells a whole lot. It means something is actually going bad. But then one thing I also say is that music is not a career to actually depend on with your whole life. I know, yes, people do music and stuff, like that's what they do. But then I can tell you that all the successful musicians we know, maybe they might not come out to tell you this is what they do, but then they have a side hustle aside what they do. And so music it's a 50-50 something. You can't start music today and then you tell me that you succeed. Sometimes the song you feel it will hit will not hit, and then the song you feel like no, as for this song I'm not sure it will go anywhere, you'll be there, no, then the song will hit. And sometimes we the listeners, even though the song is a hit song, when you sit down patiently to listen to the song, you get to know that there is no sense in the song, but then it hits because it's your luck. And so music is a 50-50 something. You don't actually depend on it with your whole being. That is why it is very important that as you start and then there is it starts generating revenue for you. You know how to save or manage things so that you don't get lost at the end of the tunnel, because music is a whole lot. And one thing I've noticed about this musician is when they start with their music career and everything starts to go well and stuff, and then the money starts coming, the only thing they do, which you and I know, is to enjoy life, move out with girls, have fun. 3-4 girls a day or 5 a day. You see, when the money comes, when the money comes like that, it's just, you see, money itself is a nice thing to have. Money
is the root of all evil.
Seriously, because even the little one you get, just imagine the kind of joy you have within you when that little money, like you access it, because you can use it to get anything you want. And so music, as I said, is a whole lot. When you start the journey of music, it's like one step at a time. And so when you start it, then you have to be sure that if only you want to do that as like a whole career, then you have to invest a lot, because music still comes with a whole lot. Sometimes the people in the music, those who do the art and stuff, those who play, expose themselves, all those ladies and stuff, so you pay them, you pay the cameraman, you do this, you do that. Like, it's a whole lot. You have to pay all this kind of people. And so when you finish doing this, like producing the song and releasing it, and nothing comes out, trust me, it's like it comes with a whole lot mess. And so musicians just need to be careful. And then one more thing is Ghana. I don't know whether you know. I stand to be corrected. Don't they have just like the way we have common fund for what's the name? Constituencies or staffs to help in basic staffs in the community, like the music industry in Ghana? Don't they have anything like that to help people who were in the music industry for so long and they have actually contributed to the music industry in the country?
I think so. Is that not royalties?
Don't they have anything like that they use?
I think
to
they have a group.
They have a group.
But I think
that supports like musicians if you've contributed to the growth of the industry.
That is the gamble.
Is it in existence?
You see, as at now, gamble is not that working, because as at now, we the spinners, we are not even paying for the registration or the renewal of the registration. Because
you spinners are supposed to pay before they can get.
Yes. But whereby in Ghana, it's not working.
Wow.
And Juma, at the end of the day, the Baka Kotia may renew every year almost 700 CDs. And then if you're not even having the copyright, now born you can buy just because you're not having the copyright.
Wow.
But then the musicians keep complaining, nobody is paying them. I think the last time I somebody statement did by I said on receiving even Gamro, the game free Gamro.
It's very bad.
And so even I remember say some time ago, Murray Free celebrating, but they say the money they get from, I think, is it Gamro or either royalties? It's not even an amount you can even boast of. No. 300 CDs, 200 CDs, 400 CDs.
But at least, see, this is a person that has contributed, even though I don't know him that much, but he has contributed to the music industry, right?
Yes.
A lot. Yes. So someone like this, he needs help. He needs, someone to just help him with maybe a fund or money or something.
You see, this is something that makes Ghana people hate us when it comes to the music industry, because in Nigeria.
No, I don't think it's just the music industry, the creative industry.
Because if this should be in Nigeria, forget it.
Yeah.
One person can even take upon him or herself, say, let's sponsor this guy to be fine.
Yeah.
By then,
listen to the issue of Mr. Ibu like this when he had his diabetes. The whole film, actors and actresses came together to contribute to make sure he was well taken care of.
Sometimes they do, because even this man that died recently, I've forgotten his name. He was in a fear. What movie is that? Efiora. But Umia donated an amount of money to him.
Is it a taxi driver?
The taxi driver.
Papa taxi.
His case like this. They donated
TT.
Yeah. They donated money for the person. But this one too, well, they should. But sometimes it depends on you. The person in the hole. Sometimes they can donate the money to you. But what do you use the money for?
Do you think he's proud to be in that situation?
I don't think he's proud to be in that situation.
Because the video I saw, I said that there is the way he sang to the extent that he knelt down. I can actually see that kind of
stage.
That passion. That passion and that particular distance is still there. The desire for music and stuff is still there. But then I think there is something which we don't know. And since this video is out, I know Ghanaians, I know my people, most of them are very charitable. So.
Yeah, they would. Alright. So this next thing we wanted to add up.
Yeah, so she initially made a statement that music, being a musician is actually not a career. And I think people will come for you.
No.
Because there's a whole course of music.
I know. That's why I said it's not a career to actually depend on. Like
you have
you
to get
use your
a
whole
side
life.
hustle.
You have to get a side hustle.
Okay.
Because I know someone who is a keyboardist. You invest in all because he's doing music. But even with that, no, he has his side business because when you book me for a show, I pay for my own transport. It is until I'm done with it before you give me something or maybe contract. Even with the contract, sometimes he complain. I think 2 days ago he did voice note insulting before on his start. Then I called him person. I was like, no, this thing is a business something. You should call. He said no, it's getting out of hand because sometimes you sign a contract with them, you get it afterwards, they don't pay you the money. And so your transport and there's certain things like you fix into it, it becomes a waste. No, you can actually use that money for like other stuff. So just imagine this. He's a young artist, young keyboardist or something coming up with instruments and stuff.
What they're saying is 100% fact because just think about it. If I'm an artist, I only perform yearly. Say be a Christmas Eve booking me. So if I don't have any side business,
you can't.
Should I wait for a year?
You can't.
But you produce her music, you post it online on all streaming platforms. The number of people who listen to it, the number of people who download the song is also another form of revenue.
And this is a young coming artist that maybe you don't really have that number of followers that can generate that revenue for you. So as a beginner, you have to, even those at the top, ask them. They started with something. This guy I'm talking about, he's a photographer.
You being a beginner now, and you never out with your video. Who's going to sponsor you? You have to sponsor yourself.
Yeah, you have to sponsor yourself.
And you don't have that money. You're sitting down when they book you till they don't pay you.
So do another thing.
So the best advice is that there's a proverb that don't put your egg in one basket. So always have a backup. Yeah.
That career called music is a whole lot, trust me.
Don't let them come for you.
They should.
Okay, okay, so to our last video for today, or our last story for today, is about social media. We've talked a whole lot about influence of social media on the youth of today. We have the advantages, the disadvantages of that. We have the advantages and disadvantages of that. But before I say anything or ask any questions, DJ Rock, please give us our last video for today.
Guys, when I say Ashawo, no they pay. Ashawo, no they pay, baby.
There, social media Ashawo.
You know they pay. You say you know they pay.
Spread the money now. I don't license as much.
I don't even know how I take. Una they say. Una say you know they pay. Una say you know they pay.
Una they pay. Una they crazy.
Till we die. Till we die. Till death do us apart.
I'm not leaving this work.
Leave the work for who?
For what?
Leave the work for
even
who?
when I owed them, you call me acting.
Acting.
We shrink.
We don't go disappoint.
We shrink in the business.
Guys, when I say Ashawo, no they pay. Ashawo.
So sad.
There, social media.
Hey, Ashawo they pay.
Cash.
And actually,
so that do us a pass.
Maybe didn't say dollar back up. They might think say they are holding their own phone with their own bundle, credit or whatever, with their own social media handles, posting their own video on their own platform, but actually it has a very huge influence on a lot of people. With how they are speaking, obviously Omi and Nigeria for, and with the notion or perception about Nigerian ladies, say, excuse me to say, that is what they are into. Prostitution. So Asinam, I'll start with you. Let's look at the influence social media have on the youth of today.
Social media can actually make and or make somebody, depending on the kind of content you put out there. And this is a platform that people are able to express themselves, share their creativity, make money, lose money, make friends, build connections, and then find yourself through social media. So I think that people should be very careful with what they put on social media, because your reputation will be at stake. Here lies the case: these two ladies are online sharing those words, saying that Ashawo know they pay. You might not know when you'll be looking for a job. You go to a company and then there you have it. They are playing your video for you. So people and I think that would be so embarrassing. So you should be careful with what you put on social media. You think nobody is watching you, but people are actually watching you. So people should be careful with what they put on social media. Be vigilant and then protect your reputation. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Our ladyship.
Over to you, Jolati. Okay, so social media, as we see, it has its positive impact and negative impact. The positive impact has a whole lot. I mean, as she said, you go on social media, you connect with people use social media to market, and I mean employ people through social media. Even now, because of social media, I mean, before I even got out of school, most of the lecturers don't even come to class. You have your lectures and staffs on Zoom, and if not for social media, all this thing will not come into play. But then let's look at the negative aspect as well. You see, it's so sad seeing, I mean, ladies holding phone, being so proud. Those times those times you cannot actually, because you are afraid. I mean, you're afraid that someone might see your video and then report to your parents or somebody that this is what your word is doing. But it looks like the world in which we find ourselves now, the parents are actually, no, some of the parents pushes their word into some of these things. And sometimes I don't really blame them, because I've seen colleagues in school that what their parents did was to help them get the admission, how you feed, how you pay your hostel dues, how you, I mean, manage to buy your handout and stuff is none of their business. What they did was make sure you got your admission. Even sometimes school fees they don't pay, and so some of these students they have no option. Sometimes I don't even see them in class, but then you go to the notice board and then you see that some of them are getting A in most of their courses, which you've never seen them in class before, but they are getting A. You that have been in class consistently, you are, I mean, between B, if you are kind of, I mean, close to the lecturer, sometimes they can actually pardon you and give you B plus. If not, then ED. I remember a time where they gave all the males in the class E, and then the female they even pardoned us DC, and then people we've never seen them in class are getting A. So you see, some of the parents pushes this children or their children into that. And then social media, you see, of late when you on your phone, if you don't see nya shaking, you will see, what's the name? Also,
yeah, breast.
Yes, you see content that are not appropriate for the eyes.
Interrupt you. I just showed a video to DJ Q today, where some young people were on live, and you see this live battle they do. Two hosts come together, the number of gifters your followers give you determines who wins. And the person who loses, you have to, should I say, succumb to whatever the person who wins said. DJ Sham, you saw the video, right? This guy won, told the lady to show her breasts
on live,
and she did it.
What? With her face?
They do.
We can't show it online, but I'll show it to you. They do.
They do a lot. And you see, sometimes too, the parents, they the buy phone now it's very common, very very common. A child at the age of 5 years, at the age of 6 years, the child is using iPhone 14 Pro Max, 12 Pro Max. You don't actually take time to know what is going on the phone, what he or she is reading, the content the child is reading on the phone. You have no idea. And you know, teenagers coming up as a teenager, whatever you see, you are being tempted to do so.
Yeah.
Like it is so enticing to the eye. You want to practice it just as it is. And so you end up doing a lot of stuff, and sometimes too peer pressure also leads to all of these stuffs. As I said, you've been admitted in school, your parents don't care how you feed, they don't care how you clothe, they don't care your movement in school is none of their business. They don't even call to check up how you are doing. No. And so you are there like fending for yourself. So the way you can also pass to actually make sure that you feel good in school, you will not be shamed or disgraced by your colleagues and staffs. You end up doing all this kind of stuff, and it's very bad. So social media as it is has a lot of negative implication, but then it's up to you yourself to be very very careful. And then even though adults has their role to play, the parents also have their role to play, because at the end of the day, whatever the child goes out there to do, it portrays you and it portrays your parents. Because in every stage in life, they say charity begins from home. That's why as I sit here, I'm very, because of my my health conscious, let's say health conscious, no, because of my health, should I say my health, and then your background to keep my mental health very stable, I'm very careful with the kind of people I follow on social media. I cut across all my social media handles. I'm very careful with the kind of people I follow. I'm very careful with the kind of content I watch, because sometimes you own your phone with no intention of watching naked pictures, naked videos. All of a sudden it just pops out.
You see, X on X.
Yes, it just pops out just like that. So you just have to be very 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 careful with the kind of content you watch, with the kind of people you follow. The other day we were talking about motivational speakers and stuffs. You followed a lot of motivational speakers, and up to now your life haven't changed, and you are the motivational speaker yourself, because you've went through a lot of things and you can actually use that to advise someone. So social media, even though it's there to help, which it has its positive side, we also need to be very very careful. Social media doesn't know you to be a kid, it doesn't know you to be an adult. It is social media, and it is social media. It is you that will make the difference. And so when you go to social media right now, Twitter will not come and tell you, Deborah, come and watch me. Facebook will not tell me I should watch I should come and watch him or her or I should come and watch it. WhatsApp will not tell me I should come and watch it. So when I own my data right now, I'm to decide the kind of content I want to watch. Right. And then to parents, to be careful with, like, if you're giving phone to your wards or something, make sure you know the kind of content they are watching on the phone, because for teenagers, trust me, they are easily swayed away with this kind of inappropriate content being displayed on their screen.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Cham.
Oima obadana.
What's it?
Obadana.
Mebada.
Dana. Okay.
What does it mean?
Obadana, that means Oba. Oh, Mamma Wadana, Oban Wada.
Oh, yeah.
As a parent,
yeah.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
By 9, sometimes 10, 12, now back a phone.
Phone.
A black woman,
Obadana.
You understand? So, social media will always remind you in your past videos, your past, pictures and other stuff.
Yes.
So just think about it. Before phone, and I said before phone, the first thing sometimes you open your TikTok, that is how what Debbie and Kaya, they say first thing you see is someone proposing to someone, you know, doing some funny aspects of it. But then social media is bad. This current app is really disturbing.
The TikTok, Snapchat is even worse.
Very, very bad.
Very bad.
So just think about it, these young ladies preaching. Say they are not going to stop this kind of attitude or whatsoever. I'm not even surprised. some influencer in Ghana was also embarking on this kind of ladies. Why are you not working? That is what God gave you, something to work with, which is your something under. Work with it.
Wow.
I may look for the video and send it to you. Avram Ben Boshe was saying this kind of particular thing on
a Ghanaian influencer.
Avram
Moshe.
Oh.
I'll look for the video and show it to you. On social media, on TikTok. Just think about say catching for say oh ababa wa yankopon bo chawadi o tifaye jumane didi. Give an example at Logon and those kind of stuff, Logon, ladies and other stuff. So just think about it. At that point, oh baba, let's take this kind of stuff. Automatically, we're breaking the virginity to put that as I shall say. That's what I say. So parents should be very, very careful on kind of. I don't even know. And sometimes the parents too will ban down with chain company and share or flip the phone.
Yes.
Together. So just think about it.
Gone are the days where you are watching a movie with your African parents
and
the kids say come. You see the way you would have to turn.
You even have to walk out.
Or even close your eyes.
Intentionally change the station.
Change the channel.
Sometimes
but now it's not like that.
You're giving your phone to your child. Now all shares when I say or even also and there were a web browser or something, you see a pop-up advert. It's not even relevant. Now I pop it up.
But sometimes you can control what you see on your phone.
That's
as Sister Debbie said, you can control what you see on
child.
your phone. Yes.
Yeah, there are actually devices that parental devices that you can control your child's phone when she or he has his phone. And I think we should be careful of the people we call social media influencers. We should be very, very careful of the people we call social media influencers, because these are the people that people are also looking up to. Because she's doing this, I'm also doing it. Because she has this, I also want to have it. So I think people should be very vigilant and very careful of the people they call social media influencers. Because as you are here, you know where you are coming from. You know what your mother has and you know what your father has. You know your father cannot provide you this. But since they are not providing it for you and this social media influencer has it, you try all means to make sure you have it. So whatever way you would do or whatever that you do to have that, you will do it, even if you have to go and have sex or sleep with somebody just to have it, then you feel as if you fit into the society. So we should be very careful of the people we call social media influencers. I think so.
All right. Sister Debbie.
You know, UNESCO brought a record. They did recent research and they were like almost 90% of teenagers, or let me say youth, there is this increase of anxiety and depression because of social media, the kind of content they watch on social media. And you know the most surprising thing, sometimes you see people doing certain things on social media which is not their real identity. Like I can actually take my phone right now and be saying something that I'm not. I just want fame, I just want to be known. So you watching me and you want to like actually take my footsteps, trust me, you are going to crash. Because sometimes we do certain videos, like we say certain things that we don't do. You can actually use your mouth to say profane words that you don't actually do. So these ladies, with the video we just saw, it will shock you that it is not even prostitution that gave that, should I say gave them that money, or it is not true prostitution they got that money. We have people that dress like prostitutes and they are not prostitutes. We have people who exposes like parts of their bodies but they don't sleep with men. And so if you watch this kind of people and you want to follow their steps, that's your mentor, then trust me, you have a long way to go.
You want to say something?
So I don't know if you've chanced on this video from Vicky James. She is a Nigerian fashion designer. Yeah. So back then she was in the world, she was doing all the stuff, twerking and all of that, and now she has given her life to Christ. And that video is still hanging. People are using that video. She was, and people are using that video to bash her. And I think she will regret ever doing that video and posting it on social media.
By the time you take off deleting it,
I've already saved it.
You just need to be careful.
The internet never forgets. It never does.
Very careful.
It never does.
Recently, you see students doing videos. You know, the other time I was telling you that there was this student that was actually videoing themselves saying, of late, the teachers, this is what they want. They don't point at their breast. This is what they want. They don't point at their private part, and so they are not going to learn. Wow. Because when they get to school, they are going to give it to them
and get their marks.
Just look at this.
Yeah. She be careful.
And I also saw a video of where two students, the opposite sex, the guy was proposing to the lady in class where students were. Wow. After receiving the ring, and they were kissing.
So you see this particular should I say social media influencer or something? Is it Dr. Obin or Tim? That man is actually doing great works on TikTok. Seriously, Mr. Obin.
Hey,
that man is actually doing. But when he sees you, exposing parts of your body as a student and saying things which are not to be said on social media, he will just pick the video and then call authorities.
And it's not even it doesn't even limit to your friend saying students.
Yes,
adults.
Even adults. Yes,
videos and do that.
Call authorities on you, and then you see they're coming out to plead. You see, so when we have such people like 100 on all social media handles, trust me,
who will bash you and make sure you're on the right track. I think we will be okay.
Okay, until DJ Chang.
No, I have one more thing to say. And sometimes it's not their fault. When you dress decently and you post videos, no like, no comment. Someone can actually dress decently and be saying content that is very educative. And then you see 1 like, 2 comments. And then you see someone exposing parts of their body, saying things that doesn't make sense. And then you be saying 1K. So you see, all this stuff actually makes them think like, when I expose my body, that's when I get. And it's true, when you expose your body to, you will get the like. When you expose your body to, you will get the comment.
Like the saying goes, bad news spread faster, and they even sell more.
You see, so all these people, like, they need some counselors, even teach. Now, even the teachers are not even doing their part, because they are part of the downfall of the youth nowadays. They're not doing their work any longer, because those times they will teach you, but now the teachers themselves, they are doing it. When they teach you,
it all balls on the individual. You know what you want in life, so just make sure you are focused and then you go for it.
Alright, thank you very much, DJ Chan.
Somebody.
I thought you said our last story.
I'm not going to
I thought you said our last story. You said last story. Oh, I didn't. Maybe I didn't.
To the next
story.
Didn't
you hear say last story?
No.
It's my ears. Then it's my ear. But Okomfuor Kwadee, we are pleading with them. They should go and actually assist him. It's very necessary, trust me. Very, very necessary.
Very necessary.
What will pay me is that when he dies, then you see them.
Hey, Sam.
Atadia kese.
Funeral jollof is very nice. Funeral jollof is very nice.
So please, whatever you can do to aid Kwadee, please, let's do that.
Very necessary.
Alright, so this is where we end the GA Trends live on Ghana Talks Radio. That was Ohima Tilmude, Debbie and Esinam right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This and every day, Monday to Friday. And a Friday in Kangwon. Monday to Thursday, live on Ghana Talks Radio. Once again, I go by name DJ CHARM, Dolly DJ with a